Hello, good evening, everybody. It's Dr. Gloria Pope here with Black Girl Everything, and I have Miss Monica. Hey, Monica, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I am completely excited to have you with me this evening. So tell everybody where you're from.
I am from Beaumont, Texas, which is about 30 minutes from the Texas-Louisiana border,
Really? I didn't know you were from
southeast.
Texas.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
How do you like Texas?
Oh, I love it. I mean, it almost doesn't matter where I live because I don't really go anywhere. I'm in the house all the time. So it really doesn't matter.
Okay, cool. So you're an author.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, my first question is for you. How many books have you written?
56. 56. Yes,
That is
ma'am.
so amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell me, when did you write your first book?
I wrote my first book in 2011. I was pregnant and bored at home. And I was writing. I had no intentions of it becoming a book. It just became. So 2011, the first book was written.
So in 9 years, you've actually, no, so 10 years now, you've written 56 books.
Yes, ma'am, which the bulk of those came in the last 3 years. In 2000, between 2019 and 2020, I wrote 33 books. So yeah, the bulk of those came in those 2 years.
So that's why you don't go outside, because you're always writing.
I am always writing.
That's so cool. So what is some of your content? Like, tell me something about what do you still, like a core type of genre? Like, what do you really focus on?
Yeah. I'm a romance author. So there's always love, in every book. But there's also I like to say I create my own lane because it's not your typical romance. It has urban undertones somewhat, and there's maybe some erotic undertones. So through that, though, there's love and there's always forgiveness. Somebody has always done something in a book that needs to be forgiven, or somebody has to ask for it. So I try to make that a central theme in almost every book, that everybody tends to get things right at the end.
So everybody's a winner.
Yes. Yes. We have enough negativity in life. So I try to, even with the negativity, I try to make it have a positive outcome.
Okay, I can definitely vibe with that, because life can be so stressful sometimes, and just to have, and people go through so much, especially within relationships and romantic relationships, all the back and forth and the lack of ability to be able to communicate. So to be able to read through something and at the end, people will be able to figure it out. So people actually can learn from that.
Yes. Yes, that's my goal.
Okay, pretty good. So at 56, you still have more in you?
Yeah, I do. I'm writing another one now. I'm writing two, actually.
And how long are your books usually?
The minimum, usually around 42,000 words. My last one, I think, was 54,000 words. So it just depends on the story. But
That's
they're
a lot of
usually
words.
full-length novels. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
So on average, from starting your book to the editing process, how long does it usually take you to get a finished work?
Probably about 3 weeks to a month. The writing process for me is about 2 weeks. And then I edit, and then it's sent to an editor. Once they send it back, I go through it again, and then it's getting ready to be put out.
Okay. Now, I'm a doctor, so I wrote my dissertation. It took me 1.5 years, by the way. And I'm currently working on my first book outside of that. And I'm just like,
But
when
you're
I get
probably
to like,
writing nonfiction.
yeah, you know, it's so complicated, this whole writing process. And then I don't like
Nonfiction,
to edit, so I'd be mad at myself.
yes. Nonfiction is a lot harder than fiction. Fiction, I'm sitting here just making stuff up, and I mean, there's some fact checks that I do, depending on where the story takes place or whatever. I don't want to be too off the wall, if I'm talking about a particular illness or something like that. But for the most part, I'm sitting here making stuff up. Nonfiction is so much more involved.
That is true. That is true. Because I'm doing like a 10-part memoir that's kicking my whole butt. Literally.
Yes,
and I promised myself I'm going to write an hour a day. Yesterday I did 40 minutes. I was proud.
Hey, go you. You
Not
did
like
it.
you pushing out 42,000 words in 4 weeks. It's crazy.
Well, that's all I do. I don't work anywhere else. So I'm a full-time author. So I sit at home all day. Yes. So this is my job.
Good for you. I'm so proud of you. So what made you, have you always been a writer? Were you like that 5-year-old writing stories?
No, I was not. I started in high school writing poetry, and I was always into music. So I was writing song lyrics, things like that. And then poetry kind of led to short stories. And before I knew it, that's how the first book became the first book. It was supposed to be a short story, but I had nothing else to do. So I just kept writing, and there it started.
Wow. So do you do workshops so you can help people be cool like you?
I have not. Haven't even thought about it. I just had someone email me asking me to speak for a conference, and I am so nervous, and it's not until June, but I'm still like, oh my God.
Why? You're a superstar.
Oh, thank you. Don't make me blush.
You are, though, because what you are doing and what your brain has the ability to do is a gift. People can't do that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
No, 56. Because I saw, like, after we connected and we set this up, and I really started following you, and I started looking at all this, I put all these things. I was like, yo, is that her book too? Is that her book too? Like, how many books did she write? Like, this is so cool. Because I love authors. Authors are one of my favorite people to interview, because I really have such a large respect for your craft, because I know what it takes to do it, and I'm not that good at it. So, but I like it. I enjoy it. It's fun to create, but what you're doing is amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I put out one every month, so my readers know to expect something every month from me. Sometimes two.
Wow. I know people who aspire to be just like you.
Oh,
I'm serious. I think you should really know how great you are to be able to do that. And you should start hosting workshops. That might interfere with your writing.
It would. And then my characters will be in my head fighting.
Exactly. All right. But because you got to get it on paper, right? It has to get out your head.
Yes.
Do you dream about your stories?
Sometimes. Just depending on where I left off before I went to bed, because I write all during the day, and then I'll take a break in the evenings, to spend time with my family once my husband gets off and the children get out of school. And then once they go to sleep, I'm writing again. So when I go to bed, that's pretty much the last thing I've done. So depending on how involved the scene was that I left off on, I will dream about it.
So sometimes you roll over at 3 a.m. It's like, ooh, I gotta write.
Every now and then, yeah, it doesn't happen too often, because I try not to leave off in the heat of the moment. I try to kind of end what I'm writing so I can sleep. But yeah, every now and then it happens. Like, oh Lord, I have to get up and write this.
No, I understand. I've had that thought. So I keep pen and paper next to me. This is anything in my life. A lot of my bright ideas come in the middle of the night.
Yes.
They do.
Most definitely.
They do. That's something cool. So how can people purchase your books?
They're all on Amazon. I also have a website, authormonicawalters.com, where you can purchase paperbacks, and the links for my ebooks are also on there.
Oh, wow. So you do ebooks too. I'm telling you, doing it all.
I have one Audible one.
Okay.
I'm looking to do more, but there's one Audible available by me as well.
Cool. Did you read it yourself?
No.
Did you find that? No? Oh, okay. I'm about to say. I was always asking people who write their work and do like the audibles themselves under their own voice. I wonder if that's exhausting. I think that's exhausting for people. That's why I always have somebody else do it.
Possibly. It probably takes up a lot of time. Although I don't know. It's like I kind of wish I would have, because I know how it's supposed to be read. So, like the story was what I call my country hood love stories. So people, the narrator saw that it took place in the country and the guy is a bull rider. So they put a whole lot of twang on it. And it's like, no, don't do that. So I know how it's supposed to sound, but then when I'm listening to, hey guys, I was like, oh, no, don't do that.
I can feel you, because it's your work, it's your baby. You created that. And they're sitting there choking it up with all those sounds. You're kind of like, no, that's not how they sounded in my head.
That? No.
That's definitely so. But I think you're like totally cool. And I want to thank you. And I think you're one of my best authors, that I've interviewed. Because first of all, the 56 books thing is gonna be blown. All right, I'm gonna talk about this like the rest of my life. I know somebody, but by the time I keep talking about, it's gonna be another book out. So I'm just gonna say, well, she's probably on 60 this week, just so you know. Check her out.
Well, my publisher has over 100. She's like at I want to say 120. And she's been writing, I want to say almost 6 years. Yeah. So that's where that came from. That's where that came from. Their work ethic. Yeah.
Because she's pushing it out.
Yeah, she is. It's
definitely cool too. I gotta meet her now.
Yes, Be Love. Yeah.
Be Love?
Be Love. Beverly Love, but her author name is Be Love. Yes, ma'am. She's amazing.
Kind of cool. Link some of my other author friends with that author so they could push out more work. Because some people say, they have this thing where you like, I'm not gonna push as much out because I want people to kind of feel and be in the moment with what I'm already doing. And it's like, is that the right approach? I don't know anymore. It
depends. Because I was so under the radar when I signed with my publisher, her theory was put out as much as you can. Everybody's not going to read that first book. Everybody's not going to read that second book. But eventually they'll keep seeing your name over and over and over and over. And they'll finally say, you know what, let me read something by her. Yeah. So it's like my name will stay out there. I'm constantly promoting something. So it makes them want to give me a try. And it worked for me. Yeah.
So cool. So how many books have you sold?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
It's like, okay, I'm just gonna keep writing and selling, writing and selling and writing and selling.
Yeah, pretty much. I know, like, because a lot of my books are available, all of my books are available on Kindle Unlimited. So you have people that borrow, so we get paid by pages read then. And I know there's a few of my books that have millions of pages read, so it just, I don't know. I don't know exactly. I can't tell you how many I've sold and then how many have so many pages read. It's just, I can't keep up with it.
So is that people are really into your work?
Yeah, I pray that they are.
I'm gonna pray for you. I gotta start
Thank
reading your
you.
books now. You got 56. It's gonna take me a while to get there, but I'm gonna start
Oh,
one page at
Lord.
a time, right?
Right. Right.
Definitely. Definitely. So again, let everybody know where they can find you and your work.
Okay, I'm Monica Walters. On Facebook, Instagram, I'm at author Monica Walters. On Twitter, I'm MonL Walters. I'm on Clubhouse, TikTok, all that good stuff at Monica Walters. And my website is authormonicawalters.com. And don't be afraid to friend request me, inbox me, whatever. I'm very approachable, friendly. So if you want to talk about, well, let me just say talk about books, then yeah, inbox me. I have to make that clear.
Trust me, I
Yeah.
know. People only inbox with the unnecessary stuff. But thank you so
Yeah.
much for your time today. I'm so excited about you and what you have to offer and what you're doing. Keep up the great work. And I'm
Thank
going to
you.
start reading your lovely
Thank
work.
you so much.
All right.
Thank you
So
so
thank
much.
you again. Enjoy your day.
Thank you. You too. Bye.